Hey everyone, Skull902 here, and just a little over 3 months after I said that I didn't know if I was going to be doing any more LPs for the time being, it's Sonic Chaos for the Sega Master System. Now I know what you might be thinking. Skull, didn't you already do Sonic Chaos for the Sega Master System? Well, the thing about that is, that when I originally played the game, I did it as Tails, and, I'm fine enough with that run, but there were some things that I missed out and whatnot on, some things that I didn't explain either. So I'm going to do this run as Sonic, because I can get all the Chaos Emeralds now, that's another thing, and talk about all those things that I missed out on, and explain why I'm doing this LP and other stuff. You'll see. First thing that I missed out on, they brought the Super Peel out back, but they call it the Strike Dash in this game. So that's just a little factoid. You do it the same way as in Sonic CD, in the same way that you fly as Tails. Just press up and jump, and then he'll charge it up. So if you let it go before he's fully charged, it won't be nearly as powerful. And apparently, unlike Sonic CD, when you first dash, it's called the Strike Dash for a reason. Sonic will temporarily gain invincibility, and you can actually defeat enemies with it from short distances after you launch, so that's interesting. I didn't pick up that power-up, but you've seen it twice now. That's the rocket shoes. We'll be seeing that in a special stage later, a couple of them actually. Basically they're shoes that propel Sonic forward for, a limited amount of time. Pretty self-explanatory there. But one thing you might be noticing is I'm really taking my time with these levels. Just, from what you can see here. Really wanting to collect my rings and whatnot. And the reason for that is because as Sonic, you have 5 special stages to do. Not 6, most of the 8-bit games had. It's 5 because Robotnik, you saw him in the beginning. Eggman, he has the red Chaos Emerald, so we're gonna take that off of him in the last boss fight. But the other 5 we have to collect. The way that you do that is by getting 100 rings in a level. It will automatically complete the level, which is a nice little bonus. But yeah. It'll take you to a special stage if you get 100 rings in a level. This is the first one, and Sonic Chaos does something a little unique in that the special stages are all different from each other. Or, well, I suppose 3 and 5 are pretty similar. But in this one, the first one here, you're just, using the Rocket Shoe power-up to go all across this big, huge level, and my tip for this one is just stay in the middle. Just stay in the middle as much as you can. Sonic does automatically go up on the rocket shoes, so you gotta press down intermittently. But if you stick to the middle, you should have a Chaos Emerald just like that. So, yeah. The big rings on the map will get you 10 rings. So, that's pretty neato. And there were a couple names there. In the special stage too. I believe they were all developer names. One of them's Ray, one of them's 500. The other one I believe is Shima. And if I'm incorrect about that, I'll have a little text up here. So yeah, that's basically how progression works in Sonic Chaos. If you get 100 rings, like I said, you get a special stage. The special stages are different. And all that. So, yeah. This is going to be a much more explorative playthrough than it was with Tails, at least for the first, 2 zones and then the first act of the 3rd zone. As I go on to collect rings, there aren't enough in any boss levels to get a special stage out of, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah. The invincibility theme here is actually a little bit of a play on You Can Do Anything, the Japanese theme song for Sonic CD. That's one thing I didn't mention, probably. And you know, another thing that I didn't mention in my original playthrough is actually the plot. You know, just for things to talk about. And I know, like, the common perception of classic Sonic for most of the games is that the plot is just Dr. Robotnik has turned animals into robots, stop him. But honestly, you know, even though it really is just flavor for the manual, these games do have plots. And it's not really all that important until CD kinda sorta and 3 and Knuckles. But you know, I find it rather amusing. But before I get into the plot, actually, here's the second special stage. Here's another power-up that gets introduced in this game. It's the spring power-up. I almost called them spring shoes, but they're not really shoes. They just kind of stand underneath Sonic. But that's not the point. What you want to do is there's 2 paths, and you want to go on the right path. So for, you know, each of these platforms, you want to go on the rightmost ones if you want to get the Chaos Emerald. The leftmost one gets you an extra life, which is cool and all, but, you know, we want Chaos Emeralds. So, there you go. The spring shoes, whatever the fuck they're called, they do take a little getting used to, but I find that they're not too bad. You just gotta, you know, make sure that you're not hitting any walls, and that can be pretty easy if you're carrying a lot of momentum, but, you know, just practice enough and you should be fine and dandy. So, yeah, the first 2, honestly the first 3 special stages aren't really too bad. So yeah, as we get into the first boss act here, which is, you know, just entirely the same as Tails, but I'm taking the top route this time. Let me try and get a little more into the story of the game here. Like I said, it really is just flavor for the manual, but I find it kind of interesting. Apparently, a year after Sonic 1, there's a disturbance on South Island, and all of Sonic's animal friends come to discover that the Chaos Emeralds are missing from their place in there, which should have been obvious from Sonic 2, unless if the 8-bit version of Sonic 2 also takes place on South Island. I'm not sure, but they get Tails in on it. Tails is like, oh shit, if the emeralds stay out of their resting place for too long, it could be catastrophic for the entire world. I gotta get Sonic in on this. Right after Tails deducts that, Eggman shows up and he's like, haha, I have the red Chaos Emerald. Can you get the rest? And then bring them to me and then I'll steal them off you? So... yeah, basically, we're on South Island, same location as Sonic 1, and we have to restore the Chaos Emeralds to it, lest the island, or even the world, be put into, you know, grave danger. So I thought that that was a rather interesting thing. When I was reading on TV Tropes, I had no idea that that this game had a plot that was, you know, so reliant on Sonic continuity. But the thing about it is, there's no fucking way that this game can be canon, be it to the main series or the handheld series. And I'll get back to that in a moment. This here is the third special stage, and this is like the easiest one. You have 5 of these series of tubes to travel in. And when you get to the 5th one, basically just hold up. And it will take you upwards into a path with the Chaos Emerald in it, and then it's really easy peasy from there. So I believe, yep, we're right about to see it. You see the emerald there? Just hold up, like I said, and booyah. There you go, Chaos Emerald. So, hells to the yeah. Again, very easy special stage. We got 3 out of 5, so we're really getting on to the good ending and whatnot. So, good stuff, good stuff. But yeah, about this plot, I find it rather interesting, like I said, because it can't be canon to either the main series or the handheld series, because it just kind of flies in the face of every other game. That the Chaos Emeralds need to reside on South Island, or else, you know, the world is fucked. Because, you know, obviously in the main canon series, I think that should be fairly obvious as to why. And then in the 8-bit games, as well as, you know, the other handhelds, which, as far as I know, are supposed to be their own separate series. I think Sega's kind of like since melded them in with the main series. Sonic continuity is fucking weird. But, you know, I think that's how it's supposed to be. So it's just really interesting to think that this game just kind of like does its own thing. And Triple Trouble, I guess, counts too, because it is supposed to be a direct sequel to this one. Especially if you go by the Japanese release. But, you know, whatever, I guess. Look at that. We barely saw any of Gigalopolis Act 2. And we're already in the special stage, but if you want to see more, just check out the Tails playthrough I did. So yeah, this special stage is a fucking dick. Because they barely give you enough time to get to the Chaos Emerald. There's a lot of perils, like bottomless pits and whatnot. You have to use the rocket shoes at least twice in order to get to the Emerald. You know, I've never been able to do this one without backtracking, and backtracking in this one takes a long-ass time to do. I just narrowly avoided a big, like, step case, basically, with a bunch of springs on it that send you backward. That one has killed so many runs of mine in this special stage, it's not even funny. My god. And, you know, even like this, I have less than 10 seconds left. It's cutting it close. I've seen people do it with more time to spare on the clock, and I don't think either when I first beat this game with the good ending as Sonic, or, you know, recording it for this LP, I don't think I did it with, like, any more than those 4 seconds that I had left. It is a pain in the ass, and it took me quite a few recording attempts to get this right. So, you know, if you're gonna attempt to do this, you know, just be wary of the emeralds and whatnot, or of that special stage specifically. It is the hardest one out of all of them. So yeah, this boss is the same, but I know its pattern better than I did in the Tails run. So that's good. Didn't stop me from dying on it once though. But yeah, he just shoots the first ball up, the second ball straight, the third ball up. Just keep that in mind, and it should be no trouble at all. So yeah, that does it for Gigalopolis Zone, and that does it for the first part here of the Sonic run of Sonic Chaos. So next time we join our blue hero, it'll be in Sleeping Egg Zone. And I look forward to seeing you there and talking a bit more about stuff I didn't talk about before. So until then, I have been Skull902. Thank you for watching, and have yourselves a wonderful day.